Chuck from Full Force Recordings, Luxembourg.
I'm Radek, I'm a fan of Full Force Recordings.
What is drum and bass? Good question.
What is drum and bass? Good question.
Basically, drum and bass is an electronic music genre that
Pitched at, I'd say 170 to 176 or 78 BPM.
it's made out of breaks, that layered breaks.
It's hard to explain. It's just fast, rhythmic breakbeats with a tremendous amount of bass.
And quite big bass lines. The bass goes much lower than in other electronic genres, where, well, some genres might cut off at 50 Hertz or something. This is going down to 20, 25 Hertz, which means that the bass is much lower.
Full Force Recordings is a drum and bass label which is mainly aimed at Neurofunk.
Basically, Radek, my partner, and myself started the label. I never know how long ago it was.
And it was established in 2004. Chuck and I started this because we decided we wanted to have our own imprint. And in 2003 or 2002, Chuck started producing, and he made a track called Blow. It was one of his best tracks at that time, and we decided to put it out. And we managed to get a remix done of it.
It began end of the 80s when the whole electronic dance music thing started.
Derived from jungle. It was one of the newer forms of electronic music, I would say. A lot less hectic. Jungle used to be very hectic and very ravey, whereas drum and bass used to be more straight edged.
Back then you had the whole happy hardcore thing, and then it became jungle, and only later on it really became drum and bass. Yeah. Well, it started in England, that's for sure.
I'd say London, United Kingdom, yeah.
The thing is, Germany, especially one city called Mannheim, followed straight away, so there's not a very big gap between England and Germany. In Germany it was never as big as in England, but I mean, they followed from straight away.
UK. Current scene in UK is, I'd still believe it's very big. Still have the same DJs playing at the same parties year and year again.
From the clubs, the club scene is still working very good. Sales have dropped globally in every genre of music, so you can't really say that drum and bass is dying because sales are down at the moment. I think the whole internet piracy thing has had a huge impact on everyone. But yeah, club-wise, I think there's good nights all over the world.
Depends where you go. If you live in Luxembourg, it's very unhealthy. It's pretty much non-existent, which is one of the reasons why we're so happy that we have the label, because otherwise we'd be a bit lost, I think. But as far as Germany goes, it's very healthy. Bits of France, Austria, Switzerland, New Zealand, Australia all have big scenes. Don't have to mention UK. America, I think in Atlanta and California, drum bass is doing pretty well.
I know that obviously Chuck and Radic started off Full Force Recordings in Luxembourg, which has turned into a brilliant record label. They've got a lot of success all over the world, and you know that full respect to those guys for that. They've persevered in a small country with a small scene, but they're selling records and the label's doing well. They've had nights that they organise obviously at the old Elevator, which were, if I remember correctly, at the beginning maybe weren't that well attended because people weren't sort of aware of dance music, certainly not people that were living in Luxembourg because they're just not exposed to it, but they just kept ramming it down people's throats, making people aware of what was out there, new stuff, and suddenly those nights, those Full Force nights became incredibly popular.
Perseverance, I believe. You just have to stick to it. You have to make sure that the music you are trying to sell is well produced and it works on a dance floor.
I guess you always have this one little group of people that is going to buy your music, even if they're not all in one place. But if you have a good distributor that's going to distribute you worldwide, you're always going to have one or two people in the shop that buy this kind of music. So even if a record shop just buys 5 copies, and you do that in every shop that your distributor is distributing to, then you're able to survive.
You have to advertise a lot on the internet. You have to keep people informed with your future releases and the artists that you've just signed. It's just important that you have records every couple of months in the shops, new stuff coming, to keep it interesting and